Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Today is the day, the biggest SBC of Team of the Year, and maybe one of the craziest of all time in any Ultimate Team ever is expected to drop. The GOATs of Team of the Year return potentially for the last time with the Team of the Year Ronaldo and Messi player pick SBC. It's going to be expensive, and we'll talk about that. We know a leaked price for how much this might cost us, and of course, we got to discuss how it's going to move fodder prices on the market that are already so expensive. And we'll also be looking into a leak that might help us craft this SBC a little bit easier. A crafting SBC and objective leak is still out there. Could that potentially be today? And plus, the list of cards in packs grows. The Team of the Year icons finally returned to packs today, which means the honorable mentions, the Team of the Year plus 12th man and woman, plus the icons are all going to be out, and there should be no packs held back any longer. It's a full send now if you haven't been already, with everything getting into packs. We're going to talk about all that's expected today on Saturday. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up on the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now let's go over yesterday's Team of the Year Friday number 2 promo Friday content. First in objectives, which there was a lot going on here, so we'll try to get through it pretty quick. We have the Team of the Year live event number 4, which gives an 86x3 as the group reward. And I want to highlight this little evolution here. These live events have given some solid little chain evos. This one's called Swift Footwork for a max 86 rated card. It doesn't boost the overall, and there's a +1 pace and dribbling boost without a stat cap. That's actually pretty nice. If you have somebody who's on like 92 pace, you give them 93. You have somebody who's on 98 pace, you give them 99. Like, there's no cap here. That's pretty cool, and it doesn't boost the overall rating of the card. So for playing 3 games in the live event with the other packs that you get, I'm still trying to check these off and get them done every single day. Now, in the campaign section, we had the second week of Football Fanatics. And of course, this is an important objective to get done if you're trying to complete the Fanatics Completionist objective, which gives the 87 plus times 5 pack. What a chance for a Team of the Year blue pull from that pack. And also the 90 plus foot birthday guaranteed pack in March when that promo comes out. That's kind of the draw to this really interesting objective, but this does take some work, and there are some interesting packs inside of this objective as well. I guess EA actually fixed the score in 25 objective. Some of you guys noticed in the stream yesterday that it was only counting for 5-star skill move players, but EA tweeted out a few hours ago that it is now fixed, so 4-star skillers should count towards this instead of just 5-star skillers. So work on that throughout the next week. The other 2 objectives we had yesterday were the Bernstein card, who is probably going to be a skip for me. The packs aren't that great here. If I get it done by just playing in Rivals and Champs, then we'll get it done. And same thing with the Victory Lap. This one's probably going to get done by just playing the game how you normally do in any given week. Win 5 in Champs, play 5 in a live event with a Brazilian player, win 10 in Rivals or Squad Battles to complete 3 of these 4 to get a couple of pretty solid packs. I think that's worth doing, actually, but it shouldn't take that much effort. Now, the most exciting part of yesterday's content on the Team of the Year promo Friday was evolutions for once. We had 3 Evos from yesterday's content, the best of which was the Inside Edge 75,000 coin evolution. But before we talk about that, let's quickly go over the Build Your Team of the Year Honorable Mention Evo, which of course we knew was going to be giving us the second Playstyle Plus upgrade for these cards. So you take your Team of the Year Honorable Mention card and you can put the second Playstyle Plus on them. You get a little bit of a stat boost. Honestly, it's really interesting to look through. Like for first touch, you get a dribbling, stamina, composure, agility reactions, and ball control boost. But I think the Javi Simons, statistically, I know the Playstyle Plus matters more, but take a look at this version. If I put Press Proven on him, he goes up to 85 physical, and that makes his card look really interesting. So maybe I'll go this route because, I don't know, just because the Playstyle Plus, between the 3 of these, which one's the best? Maybe first touch for a cam. I don't know. They're all 3 not the best Playstyle Pluses, but, you know, pick your honorable mention card and go into that there and choose your Playstyle Plus with the small stat upgrade that you do get. But the real Evo from yesterday's content was this Inside Edge 75,000 coin Evo for a couple of reasons. First of all, it gives really big stat boost. And second of all, it allows maximum 87 rated cards. Finally, we're leveling up Evos a little bit. When this was first leaked, by the way, before content yesterday, the leaker said that only 86 rated right wings fit into it. But of course, it was updated to allow 87s. And that was a W change from EA. This Evo does give some really good playstyles. It gives low driven, game changer, technical, tiki-taka, incisive, and then finesse plus with really good stat boost, but also a very high overall rating boost. Take a look at this Pulisic. He goes up to 90 rated, and he's stuck with one playstyle plus. That's one of the negative things about this Evo. The high rating and only one playstyle plus, you're kind of locked in to a one playstyle plus card after this evolution, because when are we going to be able to fit a 90 rated item into a playstyle plus, giving Evo? So that's one thing that I'm kind of unsure about with this. But if you find a card that's got great stats, that's an emotional player for you, that you want to put into this, then by all means, go for it. Because like this Esteval with 3 stats at 90 or above does look pretty crazy. And this Evo was the biggest W of content yesterday because it gave a bigger upgrade than expected. And Evos have been so mid recently. This was just a nice surprise. I mean, take a look at some of these cards. That Esteval right there, one of the best cards from the Evo. The 5-star skills, that's a big boost there. The playstyles that you get. This Messi card with the Inform Messi is crazy. There's the Pulisic Scream card. Athenia, her Thunderstruck card looks really good in this. There are so many cards that fit into this Evo and look crazy statistically, going above 90 in their stats in multiple different places, and that's making those cards go up in price. This Messi was up at 150,000 coins extinct after being 70 to 80,000 coins before that. And so many of these cards in here, like the Pulisic Scream, the base card that goes into this, are extinct now on the market as well. The Athenia Thunderstruck card, the Due cards, some of the Rashford cards you may have in your club, like SBC, Selma Parluelo fit this, the Foden SBC. There are an amazing number of chains that go in this evolution. But I do want to point something out about chains with this Evo. Notice that this Evo does not allow 2 playstyle plus players to be put into it. And that's one thing that as we create Evos with season pass evolutions that give us a second playstyle plus, if you put that on a lower rated card that still could fit into Evos in terms of where their rating is at, they might not be able to fit Evos because EA is still putting on some of these max 1 playstyle pluses. It'll be really interesting to see if that changes at all when they do allow a second playstyle plus to be added to a card. So I want to watch that very closely, and I think that's worth noting as you maybe start to put 2 playstyle pluses. I'm sure a lot of you guys already have from the season pass, but that Evo right there was a very, very good one. And, we talked about cards like Messi going up. How about some other right mids going down? Pedro Neto was 280,000 coins yesterday. He went down to 180,000 coins, and he's got a really good Evo, of course, for his gold card. But a lot of right mids, a lot of strikers even, are down in price because this Evo just creates really incredible attackers. Honestly, a W update to Evos. We needed something good here. I don't think this is like the best thing ever. It's definitely not like last year's 500,000 coin Evo, but it's a step in the right direction, and it's something finally exciting in evolutions. Now, we had another Evo yesterday. This is the third one that we had. It's called Get Stuck In. It's a Bruiser base and Bruiser plus boost with some aggression, slide tackle, and then strength standing tackle in there as well. And it does boost the overall of your card +1, but this would be really good for like a center back or maybe another defender that you're wanting to give Bruiser plus to, or maybe even just Bruiser base playstyle to. I actually think this is a really solid Evo because it does not boost the overall rating of your card very much. Only a +1, and it is repeatable twice. So that's a nice little free Evo from yesterday's content as well. Now let's get to the SBCs, where you could really, categorize yesterday's content and SBCs with one word, and that would be overpriced. We had the refresh of the 83 plus team of the week. We have a team of the year challenge for a little tradable pack there. And maybe the best SBC of yesterday in terms of value is the 85 plus ×3 defender upgrade, because we did get that yesterday, and that is 100% a must complete. That would also make me think that the 85-3 midfielders upgrade would be today, and then tomorrow on Sunday maybe the 85-3 attacker. And this one should be one of the cheaper ones out of those three because it was an 85 squad with an inform, and it's going to refresh on Sunday as well. So just watch out for that one there. But I think that's a good SBC that you can very easily craft with all the upgrade packs that we have live right now. It's very easy to get done. Now, where it gets expensive and it seems overpriced is with the 2-player SBCs, Francesco Totti and Delict. First, with this Delict card here, 2 playstyle pluses, right? That's great. Price though of around 400,000 coins without having the intercept playstyle, unless this is an emotional player for you, if you're Dutch, if you're Man United, or any of the past clubs that Delict has played for. Man, it just feels like it's a bit too much. I'm sure he's good in game. Like, Delictus had some really good cards in game before, but I just don't know if this is going to be enough for me to move the needle, especially with the big SBC coming out today. It's 9 squads. That's why it feels like a lot. And again, the price is coming in at 377,000 coins. I'd have to give that one a downvote personally there. Now, of course, the big SBC was TOTY. Francesco Totti, we knew he was going to be expensive, but 2.2 million coins for this card does seem like a lot. I guess evidently EA dropped him with incorrect passing and dribbling stats right after launch, and they updated those. They made a tweet about that. 92 pass, 94 dribble. He's got great play styles. Maybe you're missing a low driven or a rapid or quick step, but it's TOTY. And like, there is a part of me that really wants to get this done. But for 19 squads, and thinking about all the other attackers that I already have, the attackers that I could be getting still, with the Messi Ronaldo SBC, other Evos that I still would like to get done. Man, I mean, we're going to open a lot of packs this week. The grind is still, there's a lot of time ahead of us. And for a lot of you guys too, that's a big motivation to try to pack Team of the Years, but also try to craft these SBCs at a lower price because you're opening so many packs through the upgrade pack grind. But even for this, that's a lot of coins, man. Like, I want this TOTY. I don't know. The last time I used TOTY was like his end of an era SBC where he had the sick dynamic of him holding up the sign or whatever it was. That was like FIFA 18 or 19, somewhere in that range. And I haven't used him since then, right? Because he hasn't been in the game, and I haven't tried him this year as well. Like, I want to do this SBC, but I'm just going to have to wait and see what the Messi Ronaldo looks like today. And then depends on how many upgrade packs, and if we get like an 8220, that's what it's going to boil down to probably for this TOTY, and what other objectives we can do, because that is just a lot of fodder. Now, it's TOTY though, so a lot of people are wanting to do this. You see there's a decent number of thumbs up on this card, even though the price is through the rafters. You take a look at 89s, yeah, you can tell people are doing TOTY, and you can tell people are doing these big SBCs because Allison and other 89s in packs, by the way, other 89s that are out of packs are going higher. He went from 25,000 coins up to 30K, all high rated fodder. Basically 89s and above are through the roof. 90 rateds are 61 to 63,000 coins. Bellingham 63K. Rodri's the cheapest one at 55,000 coins in packs, and 91s are 105K still as well. This was a part of the market that I was watching very closely yesterday. Prices were high heading into content. They dipped maybe right away after the TOTY was dropped, because I think there were some people that saw how expensive he was and wanted to list up their fodder because they thought it was going to go down. But still, there's a Marcelo SBC that's out that requires a 90 squad. You got so many 89 squads with Marcelo, or sorry, TOTY. And then you've got the big SBC today. Fodder does look like it's going to continue to go up on the top tier unless EA give us some way to get super high rated cards, which I don't know how they're going to do that. Now, on the other part of the fodder market, you've got a lot of prices that are down. You got 87s at 3.5K again. You've got 86s and 85s under 2,000 coins. And I think these are really good to, just like we did last week, bid on and invest and flip every single day, because there's all the SBCs that are out right now. People are buying fodder to kind of supplement finishing off a player SBC and finishing off maybe an icon SBC that they may be completing. So fodder is a great place to trade right now, and maybe even a great place to invest as well. We got to shout Informs again. We don't know what's upcoming in this next week with an upgrade pack grind, but Informs are 11,000 coins and you can win them on bid for 10K, and it is a bit of a risk, but when they're this cheap, I mean, you can also do the long-term hold play and hope for a time later on where they end up going to 15, 20,000 coins potentially, and you just kind of wait until then. At least a club stock, as we call it. Buy one of the player, put it in your club, forget about it until Informs go up a lot. That's where we're at right now with the team of the week cards. Now, let's take a look at what happened with in-packs cards. I want to talk about team of the year prices, but first, we have Graham Hansen and Rafinha added into packs with the team of the year 11s, men's and women's, and this Rafinha card looks unbelievable. I think, honestly, he's up there with Dembele for me as like best attacker in terms of how his card looks. Like Mbappe number 1, Dembele is probably number 2, but Rafinha from the men's side, what an item. 5-star skills, the 4-star weak foot, incredible playstyles and playstyle pluses. Same thing with Hansen. Both of these cards are very, very good. They're also very rare and expensive because, of course, they've only been in packs now for less than 1 day. I think that would make me a little more careful about investing in them and buying their cards. But for the team of the year prices, which is where I wanted to really get here, these cards are moving all over the place. We have cards that are down bad, but we have cards that are up big at the same time. We've got a card like Vitinha, who was 3.4 mil yesterday, 3.3. He went as high as 3.7, and he's even up still right now. Erling Haaland was 1.7 mil, 1.8 mil on Thursday. He's 2.1 million coins now. But then you have a card like Nuno Mensch, who was 5.6 mil. I sold him for 5.6 mil on Thursday, and he just went back above 4 million after dropping yesterday from 5.2 all the way down to 3.7. The team of the year is just a mixed bag right now. Some cards like Donnarumma, Koundé, Saliba, and Nuno Mensch are down, and then other ones like Mbappe, Vitinha, Haaland, and Rice are up. And for the women's team, Claudia Pina up in price, 5.5 million. Payor, 1.6, doing very good. Bonmati and Pusteas are still above 7 million coins. Mariona is up 200,000, but Williamson is down. And Basha is down a little bit as well. What is going to happen with these cards? Well, I'm honestly a little bit worried about them because of the Messi and the Ronaldo SBC today. But after today, I don't know if I am that worried about these cards. Whatever panic that there is today, whatever we see price movement wise, positively or negatively, will probably show us how these cards are going to move through the rest of the week. Because honestly, these cards are clear of everything else in this game. And after the Messi and the Ronaldo SBC drops, that's kind of like the last big thing out of the way. Unless there's going to be insane Evos still yet to come, which, as of right now, there's no leaks for that. We'll be watching for Evo leaks as always. But these cards are so much better than everything else because they have 3 playstyle pluses and they're pretty rare on the market. Like, I know Team of the Years are hard to pack, but when you have you only have 12, less than 12, that was 11 cards of Nuno Mensch on the market. That's 10 cards of Nuno Mensch on the market in total. I know this is kind of like late night, early morning time frame when there's usually less cards on the market in general anyway. But look at Pedri. Pedri has so few cards on the market. When I'm even thinking back to previous years of Team of the Year, these cards had way more supply. So I'd like that. That's a good thing for their card prices to potentially rise up throughout the rest of the week. And after they go out of packs, maybe, since these cards still look like they're going to be by far and away the best in this game. It just really depends on how the Ronaldo goes today, how the Messi SBC goes today, and just how things kind of shake out. But if there's any big panic price drops on these cards, I think you're okay to get involved, especially the ones that have held their price the most. And maybe this year will be a year that holding the Team of the Years doesn't actually lose you a ton of coins, because in previous years it did. It's still a big unknown, and we'll continue to watch those prices closely, but those seem to be buyable if they drop a little bit today with the Messi Ronaldo. They just seem to be rare, and I like that, and they're so elite. Now, the honorable mentions, I think, are a little bit of a different story. This Salah might be the craziest price out of this whole team. His Rule Breakers card, or what is this one called again? I can't even remember what this card is called. Unbreakables. Unbreakable Salah was 1.3 million coins just a couple days ago. This Team of the Year honorable mentions, which is sure just a very small +1 in pace, shooting, and dribbling above that card with Finesse Plus, is only 1 million coins. So some of these honorable mention cards yesterday started off pretty cheap and they got packed a lot. And they're kind of making the other prices of other special cards for the same player drop. Look at Lamine Yamal. It's 1.2 mil now. And that's how much this card was. He was 1.4 before the new one came out. Of course, the new one doesn't have Finesse Plus, but the honorable mentions cards here, especially the ones with 2 playstyle pluses, really interest me because I think people will value them. The other honorable mentions are okay, but most of them are pretty cheap. And these cards, I think, probably get to their lowest in the next day or two as well. I do think that after we have the crazy content today and whatever we maybe get tomorrow and Sunday, I think during the week, this next week, you should hopefully see a few cards rise up. Some out-of-pack specials should probably rise up a little bit as well. But the only thing that concerns me with that is if we do get an unlimited pack grind. And that's one of the biggest things that we're waiting on still in this game, because we don't know how that's going to impact the market. If we do get an unlimited pack grind, but it costs some coins to buy informs, that could actually hurt some of the market. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see how that ends up panning out. But I mean, these Team of the Year honorable mentions are difficult to pack as well. I've not packed anything after we packed the Pedri. No blue tunnels were seen yesterday. I opened the 550,000 coin pack in the store. There was no blue in my pack. It's actually hilarious, the pack that I opened. That's the biggest pack of the year, by the way. 550,000 coins. It was 4,000 FC points on one pack. And I do think it's going to refresh. It hasn't refreshed as of yet. Also, as we're in the store, make sure you open your 30 coin packs. Make sure you open your 10 coin packs, because you just never know. There could be a good pull in there. And at the very least, it's cheap packs and you get some gold rares. However, speaking of cards that are in packs, I do want to just mention these Team of the Year icons really quick as we're talking about the market. Sell these, please, because they're coming back into packs today. But remember what happened on Thursday when the full Team of the Year was coming back into packs. If the price drops on these cards are like crazy, out of this world, 30% price drops today, then there could be an opportunity to buy before they come back in packs. But probably the 99% chance of what's going to happen is these cards will drop today, drop once they get in packs, probably fall for the next couple of days too, and then maybe during the early parts of this next week, they could start to hit a low point and rise back up. But a lot of them are up. So if you bought any of these in the last 2 or 3 days, Seeger was just 850. She's 820. This card was 700,000 coins on Tuesday. So what a rise there for the Team of the Year icons. And like we talked about, last night was a good Friday night bubble. There was a lot of prices that did go up. If you were looking around the market, we were trying to shout some cards on the stream here or there as we could find them. Prices did well. Some cards didn't do well because, of course, there was the Evo. But other ones did do pretty good, and there were some great opportunities to trade there. And I do think that out-of-packs cards still have a good opportunity to be investable. And the market is still really healthy right now. There's a lot of people playing because it's Team of the Year. People want to try cards, and that means you can trade with cards. Just look at the flipping graphs and watch those prices for sure. Now, with the Team of the Year icons coming into packs today, I wanted to show you guys this tweet. This is a great still picture. Footbin tweeted this. Is a kind of little breakup here of when you see the tunnel, if you see blue, don't get baited, because a Team of the Year honorable mention tunnel pack pull will be very blue. There won't be much gold at all. There won't be much white. It'll just be like deep blue, right? Team of the Year icon, you're going to have a lot of white in there, as you can see. It's like white along the sidewalls of the tunnel. And then a real Team of the Year, you've got some blue and gold. So it's kind of like Team of the Year honorable mention, deep blue. Team of the Year icons, very white and bright. And a Team of the Year is blue with some gold. So that way, if you see the flare, before you jump to conclusions and think, I just packed a Team of the Year, when you actually just got a Team of the Year honorable mention. So maybe you pack, Raya, who's 30K, and you think you're about to get a Team of the Year who's millions of coins. Just have that there so that you can know what you're about to see as you're opening those packs. And of course, that's the big grind right now, right? Everybody's trying to rip packs, get all the packs they can through gameplay, through the SBCs. Again, I'm just ripping these premium upgrades, and I'm rinsing into the crafting upgrades. Look at that. First premium upgrade. One on the video, we get a walkout. That's the reason why I love these. I'm not getting walkouts all the time, but I'm getting solid amounts of players, and I'm rinsing, and it's fun. And the one pack is all it takes, is what we say. That is all that it takes. You see the blue flare, you see somebody else pack a blue, and that really motivates you. And that's all you need, man. So keep grinding. We still have a long ways away. If you're like me and you haven't packed a blue in a long time, or if you haven't packed a blue yet, there is still plenty of time. It is not over yet. Now, let's talk about the content today on Saturday. We waffled enough already. This SBC is dropping. Let's cut to the chase, because we talked about this SBC a couple of days ago. It was the biggest leak of Team of the Year. The leakers held it in. They didn't say anything about it until just a few days ago, which is kind of a dub. It actually makes it more hype, in my opinion. But the GO player pick is today. That is what they are saying. They posted this yesterday on Friday, saying the GOAT pick is tomorrow. So today, if the SBC stays at 3 million coins, are you completing it, or is it too much? Part of this is just vibes. And part of this is just maybe EA with this player pick is signaling the end of Messi and Ronaldo in Team of the Year, because they've always been in Team of the Year. Either one of them or both of them has been a lock, right? Team of the Year 12th man Ronaldo was like, man, in the last 4 or 5 years, he was 12th man like 4 of those years or something like that. He was there a lot. Messi was in the main team. They've all had honorable mention cards too. If like Messi wasn't in the main team, you get an honorable mention. So this is just vibes, right? And maybe the last hurrah, as we mentioned, but it's going to be expensive. Those are the official stats once again. Those are the official play styles. And the Messi card, just for a bit of a tangent here, if you can get the Messi inform and put him into the Inside Edge Evo for, 225,000 coins, which is the price of Messi plus the Evo, you get a card that's not the same, but close. Maybe has 5-star skills when this one doesn't, and is just missing out on Finesse Plus and Tech Plus and having 2 playstyle pluses. But you could do this Evo and then do the SBC and pick Ronaldo and then have both cards. That is a really good card for how much this SBC is going to cost. If it is truly 3 million coins, man, that's expensive. But what have we seen happen before with really expensive SBCs like Player of the Month Mbappe's, or Player of the Month like Neymar's and some of the older FIFAs either, or some of those sort of SBCs that are like millions of coins, but it's for a player that everybody would like to have in this game. People do them. It's Messi, it's Ronaldo. I'm going to do it because it's vibes. I'm going to do it because it's Messi and Ronaldo. I'm going to do it because it just feels like one of the craziest SBCs ever, regardless of the price, because of the upgrade pack grind. But it's going to be a lot. And I think that could turn some people away from it. I honestly do. Because some people are going to look at this and be like, Nate, I have 30 packs and they're all 78 plus packs. How in the world am I going to afford? This might be, I mean, we can set an over-under down below in the comments and what you think this might be for number of SBCs, but I feel like we're looking at least 25. I mean, if the new TOTY is 19 and this one's going to be another 800K more than that, it might be 30, 35 squads, and that is crazy for the number of squads we're going to have to turn in. But for Messi and Ronaldo, I think EA know that people would do it and that it's crazy. So let me know in the comments if you're going to do this and how many squads you think it's going to be. But undoubtedly, in my opinion, fodder is going to go up today unless EA change something. Unless EA make the SBC requirements here like if it's 50 SBCs, but they're all 87 rated and below, that would be one way that high rated fodder would go down. And if they did that, oh, that'd be crazy. That would be absolutely crazy if they did. I don't think they're going to, though, right? I do think that 89s, 90s, and 91s are going to go up because there's undoubtedly got to be, for an SBC this expensive, at least one 90 rated squad, maybe 2, maybe like 4 or 5 of them. It's going to be expensive, and I think that because it's Messi Ronaldo, this fodder is just going to go up. Now, when's the peak prices for this fodder? I don't think these cards go up a whole lot more than where they're at right now. I mean, could 91s go to 120K? Sure. Could we see some ridiculous prices? Sure, we could. But also at the same time, like, after the next couple of days of people doing this SBC, and the team of the year pack grind going away, then probably those fodder prices are going to fall. And these are all-time highs for this fodder. Just kind of like put that in the back of your mind. And if you zoom out on the graph and look at the prices, like, sure, this was a card that used to sell for hundreds of thousands of coins at the beginning of the game, but Salah has not been 100K since the beginning of December when he was still usable as a gold card. Since then, he's never been like over 60. He's been like 50,000 coins. Then these SBCs come out and now we're at 100,000 coins because we don't have too many 90 and 91 rated promo cards yet to bring in more fodder players. Like, I think these cards can go up for the next couple of days. For an exact time to sell, it's going to be really hard to gauge that. So if you've invested in this, you're going to make bank already, to be completely honest. But I would probably sell in the next couple of days. That'd be my advice to you. And then even like 88s, it's kind of odd how some of the 88s here are selling for 10K and others are like 7,000 coins. I think that 88s could still be a good investment too, under 7,000 on bid. Sure, you have more opportunities throughout the weekend to probably bid on those, but for today, this is going to take a lot of fodder and it's going to make fodder prices go up. That's why I'm a little worried about some of the players that are in packs and some of the market in general, because if people are needing coins to go and get this iconic Messi and this iconic Ronaldo SBC player pick done, I think they're going to sell a few cards to go and afford that. And I think that's where you could see some player prices on the in-packs cards and on out-of-packs cards actually drop. We see this when, actually, remember last year when the 500,000 coin Team of the Year Blueprint Evo dropped. There was a huge market crash on that Team of the Year Friday for like an hour or two because everybody was selling cards to go make sure they had 500,000 coins to complete an Evo. Well, people are going to be selling cards today for sure to go and get the Messi and the Ronaldo pick done. But after that, where do prices go? Hopefully up throughout the rest of the week. So that's a little bit of my worry with those prices on the market today. Now, let's keep it moving. What are we going to craft this Ronaldo and Messi with, right? Maybe an 82 times 20 if it's coming out, but we don't know that yet. But a Team of the Year crafting upgrade is expected to be coming ASY Foot Trader said this weekend. Hopefully that would be today. It would be perfect if they dropped that today with Messi and Ronaldo. So just keep a close eye out for that. We guessed that the upgrade pack would be a 79 plus times 3 instead of a 78 plus because that was added to the code, but we do not know that for sure. That's a real big question that we have. Is that going to be a part of content today? And of course, as we mentioned, all the Team of the Year icons are coming back into packs. So it should be maybe this that much more of a chance that you could pack a blue tunnel card today on a Saturday. And the last thing to mention for today's content outside of the big Evo or the big SBC is Evos, because as Foot Police leaked yesterday, right before the new 75,000 coin Inside Edge Evo came out, 87 rated evolutions are set to come to Ultimate Team soon, which makes us hope that what's happened with evolutions over the first part of Team of the Year is going to come to a close. We're going to turn the page and we're finally going to be getting some really good Evos with great stat boost, fitting 87 rated cards, and maybe at least one Evo that gives us a second playstyle plus. For goodness sake, like that's, I know that SBCs have been giving out some 2 playstyle plus cards and maybe EA's waiting a bit longer for the Evos to be able to do that, but I feel like that's what we're all wanting. And even if it's like 200K, if it's a good Evo, 200K for a good Evo, giving a second playstyle plus, I think we would be okay with that. I think people would like to get involved with that because it would be such a good boost. So watch out for more Evo leaks related to 87 rated Evo cards. And with that being said too, Evo cards can impact the market. If the content continues to fly with the Messi today, if the Evos start cooking, if we get a upgrade pack grind that's like, you know, insane, that could hurt the market a bit more, and that could make some prices drop. So that's kind of where it all hinges in the balance with the market, is how quality is the content and how many new cards can we create through the Evos and SBCs grind that are better than what we have in our team. So a lot of market discussion, I guess, today, but I'm just honestly like interested in the market at this time because prices are all over the place, up and down, and the content's flying, but not all the content is good value. So that makes me really curious about the market for sure. But other than that, today on Saturday, it's really just the Ronaldo and Messi day. Look at that. Another premium pack walkout. Is that another Onabache? Probably. My storage is stacked to the gills, and I'm purposefully not opening too many packs right now because my storage is almost full, because I'm waiting to see the Messi Ronaldo today and waiting to see how many squads I can get done with what I have in my storage already. But we're going to be crafting all week long. That'll be our goal. I am going to do this SBC. I don't think there's anything that would be stopping me. Regardless of the price, it's just one of those that I think I'm going to have to get done. I know some of you guys feel the same. I know some of you guys would not feel the same. Best of luck with your pack grinds. Best of luck on your weekend leagues, your gameplay this weekend. I will not be streaming today, but we will be back on Sunday. We're going to be ripping packs all week, but especially on Sunday, we'll be ripping some packs as well. I said it, but I opened the 550K pack in the store. That means we have 2.6 million coins that we have spent on store packs so far this Team of the Year. And we have Pedri to show for it. So right now, Pedri's 3.3 mil. So I opened one more store pack, and we're kind of getting on the verge of it not being worth it until I get some more SBCs done. We got Sophia Wilson done, so, I mean, that counts, and she's like over 1 million coins. But anyways, I digress. Have a great Saturday, guys. Enjoy the Team of the Year grind. Catch up on Twitter with me. If you've packed a blue, so many of you guys have tweeted me. Put it in Discord, tweet me, flex it, whatever. And that also like motivates me when you're posting those. And I think it motivates other people as well to see blues being packed because it makes people want to grind a bit more when they see somebody packing a blue and making it feel like it's possible, right? Let's do an 84 times 10. One pack, big pack. Nope. All right. Nothing there. Anyways, we keep hunting and searching the blue flare. And I will see you guys in a video tomorrow. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Saturday. Peace out.